Dry tangerine peel, aged. In my possession for 12 years. I make sure this smells good because sometimes you lose it. Sometimes they ferment or dry up or mold it, but this is good. I'm going to make a master sauce for my aromatic duck. Now, here's what I have here. This is dry tangerine peel, clove, citron peppercorn, cardamom, lightly crushed cinnamon stick, bay leaf, and star anise. A lot of them. This is going to be put right inside here in this bag and close it up like this, okay? This way all the spices, the flavor will come out, but the spices won't fly all over the place, okay? Very nice, okay? And then here I'm going to come over here and make the master sauce. We dump this in to let it come out, and then here I have green onion, crushed ginger, 2 pieces, more green onion, more ginger, rock sugar. This is rock sugar. You buy them in a box like this. Big chunks like this. Chinese love rock sugar. And then on top of that, how do you make master sauce? Master sauce means it's a stewing sauce. You can use it for chicken, for duck, for a beef, and all kind of meat. And this, normally, a restaurant would make a master sauce when they open the restaurant, and will use the same master sauce until they retire or close the restaurant. That means master sauce will be there as long as the restaurant, okay? This is 1.5 cup of light soy and about 3/4 cup of dark soy. And we'll bring it to a boil, and then we'll put that duck there, okay? Now, here is a duck freshly dressed, beautiful duck, approximately 4.5 to 5 pound duck. We'll put this over here in this, and lightly brush this with a tiny bit of soy, okay? Oh, lightly brushed it with a tiny bit of dark soy. Actually, you don't even have to because there's enough soy over there. You can literally just dump this whole duck right in here. Let me see. Let's put this whole thing here. You know, in a restaurant, they normally have about 50-gallon or 50-quart pot. Then they can cook about 10 to 15 ducks at the same time. I'm going to put this whole duck right over here. Look at this. I am so glad that just enough to cover this whole thing. Now, if I were you at home, I don't even have to cover this up. But if you want, you can literally cover it up and let it simmer. Let it simmer for a little while. So we're going to cover and let it simmer because I don't want to overcook the duck skin, okay? In the meantime, I want to show you after you take it out, you know what you do? You take it out. After it's done, you let it cool down a little bit. This is what I have here. Let it cool down. Look at the color of the duck, which is already master sauce, cooked in a master sauce for about 1 hour and 25 minutes or so. Simmer, not boiling, okay? Now I use a Chinese hook like this, and I hook onto this, okay? And then I hold onto this, make sure this is tight. Otherwise, it's dangerous, okay? Now, for safety reason, another way of doing it is you go like this, okay? Look at this. Hold on to this, and I use a ladle. Whoa. 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 Very, very dangerous. When you do this at home, make sure this is done properly. Now, if you want to make it even safer, you know what you should do? Lightly dust with cornstarch. Okay? That's what I did a little bit earlier. Lightly dust. You want to make sure this whole duck is nice and golden brown. Whoa, put the whole thing there. Oh, look at this. And then, when it's all done, don't have to cook it for too long. When it's all done, whoa, make sure you hang on to this. Put a tiny bit more on this side, tiny bit more on this side, tiny bit more on this side, and then you take it out. Nice and crispy golden brown on all sides. Look at how beautiful. This is nice and crispy golden brown on all sides. Now, if you do it like the restaurant, you use a fork to scrape it out, but I thought this is not as nice as doing it like this. Look at this. I have one Stir fry, let it cool down a little bit, and it's still very, very hot. Whoa, it's very, very hot. And I put it right over here, and I use the knife, and I cut this up. Okay? I cut this up, remove this. This is cooked for so long. This whole thing literally came out. The bone come out, okay? And then I cut this up, and I cut this up and remove the bone. Remove the bone, because I don't want the bone. Because when you stew them for about an hour and 25 minutes, this is what happened. And then you have one piece here, another piece here. And all you have to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and I put this right here. Let me show you how to play this. One side, and then one side on this side. Beautiful. And then you do the same thing. 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the other side. Look at beautiful. Oh, look at that. This is a piece, and this is another piece. You know how do you serve and eat this? This is so beautiful, crispy duck. It's much easier to do because most of the bone is already gone. So when you eat that, you wrap this up with the green onion pancake, tiny bit of hoisin flavor sauce, sprinkle a tiny bit of green onion, and julienne cucumber. This is what you have. Crispy, aromatic duck. Oh, I just cut this lobster, fresh Atlantic lobster, in half. Look at this. And I remove the claw, and now I'm going to do a dish that everybody loves, particularly if you love shellfish, particularly lobster. Here, I have some cellophane noodle. I soak this cellophane noodle made from mung bean flour. Sometimes also called mung bean noodle or bean thread noodle. You can keep this in the pantry for up to a year to 2 years, okay? And then I soak them, they're nice and soft. Then I'm going to put this lobster right here. Put the claw right underneath, put the claw right underneath, and I put this right on top, put this right on top. Look at that, beautiful. And then the next thing what I want to show you is, I want to remove these, we don't want this. Clean this up, always remember, clean up time, okay? The next thing I want to show you is how to make a sauce, to put it right on top. Here, I have a little bowl. Look at this. We got some dry tangerine peel here. You soak them until they're nice and soft, like this. You chop it up. And then this is salted black bean. You also soak them. And I lightly crush with my knife. Then you put all of these right over here. Okay? Oh, this is all the flavoring. Now, tangerine is very important because this is what makes it exciting, okay? And then put a tiny bit of oyster flavor sauce. Beautiful. A tiny bit of pepper. Tiny bit of pepper. And a tiny bit of sugar. Okay? Whoa! Tiny bit of broth. Oh, look at this. And also a teeny tiny bit of oil. Not much. Okay? Just enough. Stir. Stir and stir. Okay? Then mix more black bean. Just in case you don't have salted black bean, you can buy store-bought black bean sauce. I'm going to use a spoon, and I scoop this right here. Scoop this right here. Scoop. I lightly dust this also with a tiny bit of cornstarch too. This is really nice. Also inside, I don't want to waste anything. Okay? Look at this. A couple of extra black bean here and there. And then, tiny bit of cornstarch sprinkle, because when it's cooked, oh, you know what? They form a little gelatin. It thicken and keep the moisture in, okay? Then I'm going to put this over here and let it steam for approximately 12 minutes over medium-high heat. In the meantime, let me show you how many other dishes we can do. Now, let me show you, if you have salted black bean, like this, what are you going to do? Salted black bean, keep it in a nice jar or container in the fridge. You can keep for at least 2 years. soak them a little bit and use your knife. You go 1, 2, 3. You crush it a little bit like this. That's why this knife is so wonderful. You can use this knife to do a lot of things. Crush this to release the flavor. In the meantime, we're going to take it out and we'll show you how to serve wonderful lobster with black bean sauce. I have cooked another one underneath this one because we always have a lot of guests. Okay. Whoa, look at this. This is so beautiful. We serve these. Wow, this is hot. Look at this. This is very, very hot. I don't want to waste this, so I'm going to put this back here. Don't want to waste this, okay? Now, this is it. When this is done, I'm going to put this right over. Wow, it's very, very hot. Look how beautiful this is. You know what you have here? Besides this, look at this. Oh, you got to understand. This is wonderful because I love lobster. This is lobster banquet. This is lobster with pepper salt. This is deep fried. This is wok saute. Ginger scallion lobster already cut up in pieces. This is one of the most favorite in any Chinese seafood restaurant. And of course, this one is for you and me. Look at this. Steamed whole lobster with dry tangerine peel.